Tom Laxton, and I'm with State Farm. I work in the public affairs area in education leadership team. I have the honor of working with Illinois Wesleyan directly through the Action Research Center. And kind of the brainchild of a couple of professors at the university was, how do we become involved in the community more, and can we build a relationship that brings together for-profit, not-for-profit, and education around a common theme of improving our own community and developing students, which is a beautiful thing.
I'm Heidi Adams, a senior sociology major at Illinois Wesleyan, and this past summer I worked at the American Red Cross of the Heartland. At the Red Cross, I technically was creating a community disaster education plan for renters. It's shortened called a Renter CDE. It's basically a plan to help renters prepare for disasters and other issues that might occur while they're renting. We started off with a student survey to use a high population of renters, and found out that there is a need for the program. A lot of student renters are lacking information on simple safety devices like fire extinguishers and smoke detectors, along with information on renters insurance and how to plan for disasters. So once we got that set up, we gathered information, created brochures, curriculums, talked to Illinois Wesleyan and Illinois State along with some local housing authorities, and kind of planned to get the information out to them to help share it with renters.
My name is Aaron Massey. I'm also Action Research Center intern working with State Farm and the Westside Development Task Force. My project is with the community garden. The main goal of that is, it has several things. One thing it has is beautification. That's one of the major goals of the garden. Where the garden is on the southeast corner of Marbury and Roosevelt. It used to be like an old building that they tore down, and so now we're trying to put a community garden in there. And another part of it is to bring together the community so they can take pride in something that they actually have built from ground up.
My name is Allison Harford, and I'm a senior at Illinois Wesleyan this coming fall. I'm an econ major and a political science minor, and I'm originally from Norwalk, Connecticut. My community partner is the East Central Illinois Area Agency on Aging, and they're responsible for providing information and services to seniors that reside in 16 counties. And basically what they do is they have an ombudsman program that advocates on behalf of nursing home residents, and they also work with local organizations to provide services such as in-home care, nutrition programs, transportation, and other things. One of the highlights has been having the opportunity to work in 2 different work environments. And for me, it's been a fun challenge to find a balance between State Farm days and community days. And I think it's been really great to have access to all the resources that both organizations provide. And it kind of keeps you on your toes and focused because you know you only have a couple days per week to get all of your work done at both places.
One young lady, Heidi Adams, was able to work at State Farm, obviously, but she served in the community at the American Red Cross. Through the American Red Cross, part of her assignment was to develop a brochure that the Red Cross could use to help them with disaster preparedness, to try to help renters understand what they're up against when they rent, because a lot of renters may be their first experience away from home. So what are the things that you need? Fire extinguishers, phone numbers. What do we need to do to prepare for disaster? Hoping, first of all, that it doesn't happen, but realizing that you need to be prepared for those things. So Heidi developed that brochure directly from a community standpoint.
Well, the explosion of my project happened once basically the community heard that the Red Cross was doing a renters awareness program. And so we went out and got corporate sponsorship from some local insurance companies and other businesses in the area, and actually are going to do in October a Renters Awareness Week for the community, at least in McLean County, if not the other Red Cross jurisdictions. And so it's going to be one full week focusing on getting renters information on insurance and also disaster prevention. I use SurveyMonkey to do my student survey since students are hard to reach in the summer when they're not on campus, so we used email. I basically created the survey, sent it out via email, also posted it on Facebook. I only had the survey open for 2 weeks because I had a very short time period that I was at the Red Cross, but during that 2 weeks using Facebook and email, I got 205 results. This is very successful. It was double what the Red Cross originally wanted as results.
I'm actually, since it's more and more interns around my age, I'm learning more about Bloomington just because they're trying to figure out new things to do, and so they're figuring it out. I'm like, oh, okay, I never know this was here. So
Yeah, it's crazy how many new things, how many new restaurants, how many new places you see. Like that, you're here the whole 10 months or 9 months, and you don't see anything. You just see the campus. And this 2 months, you just see everything too.
The biggest surprise for me was finding out that the community is so interconnected, and that especially within the nonprofit world, everybody seems to know each other. And I think it's really good that a lot of the organizations work together. For example, the Area Agency on Aging works with PATH, and they kind of divvy up the responsibility of investigating certain complaints. For example, the Area Agency on Aging will investigate nursing home, any issues that go on with residents, and PATH is responsible for investigating elder abuse. So I find it's really interesting that a lot of the organizations work together to support each other.
Looking back on it, like, did it turn out, did it meet your
It
expectations?
exceeded my expectations.
I'm not sure who benefits the most. I'm not sure if it's State Farm that benefits the most or if the community partner benefits the most. But one of the things that has been clear in the 2 years that we've done this is that students obviously build a resume that shows that they're able to manage and work within a business environment, but they also are able to show that they care and give back into a community. The thing that I've been most impressed with through the program is we thought we were working to develop leaders for tomorrow. The reality is they're making significant differences in communities today around issues and needs that the community faces, and are able to bring in the resources and background that State Farm has, and the resources, background, and knowledge that Illinois Wesleyan professors can bring to the table as well. There are a lot of examples of that, whether that's SurveyMonkey or websites or whatever those initiatives are. Even how do you build a media campaign? State Farm has resources that can help there, but we've seen the merging of valuable resources from both university and business to benefit a community through the leadership of students. And that's the thing I think that's been the most impressive to me, is to see the student leadership and really taking it and running with it.